What the heck is up, you guys? It's your boy Ace, aka Animated Heroes, here back with another action figure review. Today we're going to be taking a look at none other than the Dasin model Dark Tournament Urameshi Yusuke from Yu Yu Hakusho. And this is one I have been delaying doing. I've had plenty of time, but honestly, with all the videos I've been dropping lately, I've just been a little bit tired. But now I am finally here to give you guys this review, courtesy of Anime Store, who sent this to me. Big shout out to them. Make sure you guys go check them out. I will leave the link in the description below, as I have been doing with all of my videos regarding the stuff that they sent me. Anyway, let's stop wasting time and dive right into the sexy packaging. Now, as usual, not a whole lot going on with the Dasin model packaging. Honestly, it's quite weak. There's nothing really artistic to it. You got some yellows, some greens, some polka dots in the back, the window where you can see the figure and some of the accessories. Big U Urameshi Yusuke at the bottom. Nothing much going on at the top, nothing on the bottom that really matters, nothing along the sides here. And then, of course, on the back, you've got this one image, which is probably the best part of the packaging. Looks like you got a bunch of spirit guns coming in. It says Yu Yu Hakusho Ghost Files, yada, 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 but that's pretty much it. No one cares about that because, again, it's very weak. Let's go ahead and bust this figure open so we can see what it's all about. Now, up until this point, I do believe that I've reviewed every Yu Yu Hakusho figure with the exception of the Kurama that came out at the same time of this guy and the Yoko Kurama. I do have Kurama, the Dark Tournament version, but I don't have Yoko Kurama. That's one I'm looking to get my hands on. It's sold out on Anime Store, so I'm probably going to end up having to pick it up from 5K or maybe eBay or something like that. But yeah, up until this point, I've reviewed all of them, and honestly, this is the version of Yusuke that I prefer. I just like this casual fighter outfit. I think it looks better than the school uniform Yusuke. Both of these look really dang good, man, but obviously you're going to get the most mobility out of this one when it comes to posing the figure. That being said, though, I do have an issue with this figure, which I'm going to discuss now as we take a closer look at it. The one thing that I absolutely cannot stand about this release is the belt, because I don't know what they were thinking, man. This is just not good, yo. Like, that's literally so far the only issue I've got with it, but this is something I knew I wasn't going to like when they showed this off in the promo images. Like, I don't know what Dasin model was thinking, but this is just straight up not okay, man. It looks bad. Like, why is it sticking out like that? And there's no way to really get it to lay down. I mean, obviously it probably would have been a bit much for them to put some bendy wire in here, but look how much better that looks just laying down. Like, I'm thinking I'm gonna lightly super glue that to get it to lay down, which is gonna suck because that means I can't style it whenever I'm posing him around in like action poses or whatnot. But whatever, man, just that sticking out is not cool. Now, other than that, as I mentioned, I don't think I have any more issues with this guy. I really like what they did with the shirt. It looks good. It's nothing special. It's just soft goods as it's supposed to be. The sweatpants are really, really nice, man. I like these a whole lot. And then you got the generic, they're not black, they're almost like a navy blue, like a faded navy blue or even a grayish color. They look fine. Also like what they did with the green wristbands. These look really good, and they do move around. So yeah, the head sculpt is the same one as the original right out of the packaging, and I mean, it's fine. There was nothing wrong with that at all. So I dig this also, but it's also the same body, of course. I don't think Dasin model really uses any different bodies. I think they just kind of upscale or downsize them, whatever. But yeah, very good looking figure, man, and already I like the look of this much more than the other version, as I've already mentioned. And I do want to show a close-up side by side of these two. As you can see, it's literally the same. The only difference, and you guys probably won't even be able to tell, the hair on this one, on the new one, is a tad bit more blue, while this one is a tad bit more greenish. And I'm talking about just where you have those painted line work in there. But yeah, other than that, it's all the same. So anyway, let's go ahead and put him back so we can see how tall he stands. Now, to the top of his head, as you guys can see, Yusuke is just a tad bit over 6 inches. And I have said before, I think that these figures are 7-inch scale, despite them not exactly touching 7 inches. I'll show you why later in the size comparisons, but I'm going to try to do some mix up between these and some 6-inch figures so that you guys can see how it scales with several different lines. Articulation wise, you've got some goods, you've got some bads. He looks up only about that much. If you push it any further, the hair is just going to come off and it's not going to go anywhere. As you can see, the back of the hair is touching the back of the neck, so it's obviously not going to go any further. He tilts his head down good enough. I mean, you can get him looking down, so that's fine. He does get really good tilt, turn, all that good stuff. He does have a really good arm system when it comes to hitting the T-poses and things like that. He also has a butterfly joint that is super effective. So you can get those spirit gun poses, you can get the spirit shotgun, whatever you want to do. He does have a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. The hands are on a ball peg actually, so you can move these around freely. That's what it looks like if you want to know. At the torso, this is probably where you get the best articulation. Now I can't tell if it's actually at the diaphragm or the waist, but as you can see, he can rock all around no problem. Just know that that shirt will come untucked. You can kind of tuck it back in and it's not a problem. He leans forward about that much, back about that much. You do get all kinds of rocker as I just showed. Moving on to the legs, this is where you face your first bit of limitation because he can only kick out. Actually, he kicks out further than I thought. It felt like I was ripping the pants when I tried to make him kick. Maybe I was tripping. I don't know. But yeah, that works. It's actually something underneath here. I can't see what the engineering is. But no, the pants, they don't limit him at all. So dope. They are, however, going to limit if you try to go out too far. I wouldn't push it past this. But kicking poses, not going to be a problem. So that's great. Doesn't feel like he kicks back at all, so I'm not going to continue that. He does have a thigh swivel, double jointed knees that are very effective. Foot goes down about that much, up about that much. Really good ankle rocker, and he does not have a toe hinge. So for the most part, the articulation's pretty decent, as it always is with Dasin model. Their soft goods really coming into play in terms of making the articulation very effective. Now, when it comes to accessories, you actually get quite a few with this guy. This is the head sculpt that he comes with right out of the package, which is just the neutral Yusuke expression and a pair of fist hands. He comes with this looking to the side expression as well. These two faceplates that I'm showing on screen right now are the same ones that come with the original release, so there's nothing new about these. Now the others I'm about to show off, which includes this one with an all-new hair sculpt. This one is actually exclusive, and I love how you get more comedic faces with this one because you also have this one right here, which is like a happy Yusuke. This one is more of a confused Yusuke, and then you have the fully happy Yusuke. So 3 almost comical, almost adorable Yusuke expressions, and I'm very glad that they included these. I always appreciate stuff like this. Now he does come with a spirit gun effect. I do like the paint on this one more than the original release. This one looks much nicer. I love the translucent blue. You do also get another poo, which you got this with the original release, but this is what came with the original. You just kind of have him standing there looking. On this one, you've actually got him running, and as you can see, the feet are a little forward. So I love that they switched it up and didn't just throw the same accessory in here. And then he comes with a stack of hands as well, including holding hands, spirit gun hands, martial arts type hands, actual gripping hands, and then a pair of dynamic pose or reaching type hands. So he comes with a ton of those. And then not to mention, he does come with the Dasin model stand that I'm not going to show because we've seen it several times. Now, one thing I wanted to make sure you guys were aware of is the fact that you can actually swap on to the new hair sculpt, the neutral faceplates for Yusuke also. So in case you thought they were just the new hair sculpt was meant for the comedic faceplates, it's not. You can swap this hair with pretty much any of the faceplates that comes with this figure or the ones that come with the OG version. So great job with that, as Dasin model is pretty much known for at this point. Moving on to size comparisons, here he is standing next to the crew. We have him with his best friend Kuwabara. From Dasin model, we have him standing next to Hiei, and then we also have him standing next to Kurama. All of these are actually from Dasin model, in case you didn't know already. Now, when it comes to the height on these, I do feel like Yusuke is a tad bit too tall, and Hiei is definitely a little too tall. So I think Kuwabara and Kurama are accurate. Maybe Kurama could be a little bit smaller too, because I know Kuwabara is the tallest out of all four, but I don't know. I mean, they still look really good together, and in my opinion, that's just about all that matters. Now, I meant it when I said that I thought this figure was of 7-inch scale, and I still do believe it, but I did want to show him off next to some SH Figuarts 6-inch scale figures, just to show you guys that you can kind of mix and match him. Here he is standing next to the SH Figuarts Spy Family Lloyd Forger, who you can see is actually taller than him. Now, this is a figure I stated that Tamashii Nations did scale up a bit, but I think that they're doing that with a lot of their releases, which is going to be helpful. Now, here he is also standing next to the SH Figuarts Vegeta, which just released. I just reviewed that. Go check it out if you haven't already. And then we have him standing next to an SH Figuarts movie Venom, which I think works fine. I don't know why you'd have these two next to each other, but it works. Now, for some other 6 and 7-inch scale figures, here we have the Demon Slayer or Kimetsu no Yaiba Buzzmod Tengen Uzui. We have the McFarlane Toys My Hero Academia or Boku no Hero Academia Deku, and then we have the Figma Kimetsu no Yaiba or Demon Slayer Tanjiro Kamado. Now, lastly, for some others, we have the Mafex 6-inch figures. We have the Dark Knight Returns Batman. We have a comic book Spider-Man. And then we have a Batman Hush Huntress. Again, as you can see, he does seem to fit in scale with these guys just fine. Spider-Man is a little bit smaller, but it still makes Yusuke look like he's about the 6-inch scale. Now, the reason I said that he seems like he's more on the 7-inch side is because if you throw Kurama in there, if you throw Kuwabara in there, they're going to be towering over these figures here, which is why I put this figure in 7-inch scale. Now, it's entirely up to you. I do think it fits in scale well enough. You can throw it in if you want to do J-Stars. You can have Goku next to him. You can have Deku and Naruto next to him. I think it'll be fine. Now, this is an extra size comparison that I wasn't planning on doing, but I said it in the last part, so I figured why not show it. Here he is to the next one, SH Figuarts CGI Goku and SH Figuarts Revived Line Naruto, and of course in SH Figuarts Jujutsu Kaisen Greatness Yuji Itadori. Now, as you can see, he is standing taller than all of them, but if you've got these all posed up together, it's not going to look like he is way taller than them. Now, I will double back to this figure once I get the SH Figuarts Luffy, so that we can show how he looks next to these guys also. Now, if you're someone who listened to that and thought it was coming soon, no, I don't think Luffy releases for a couple of months, so relax. I'm just saying in the future that's going to happen, okay? Now, if you're questioning my final thoughts on this figure, then shame on you. It's Yu Yu Hakusho. That alone justifies adding it to my collection. I probably didn't talk about how hype I was for this figure because it's unnecessary, man. It's Yu Yu Hakusho. It's literally in my top 5, maybe top 10. I don't know. It's up there, man. As one of my favorite anime of all time, it is one of the best anime of all time. So when it comes to stuff like this, I don't think about it, man. I just get it, and I know what to expect from Dasin models, so I enjoy it for what it is. Now, granted, this figure doesn't have a lot of flaws. I love this one way more than I love the first release. I believe I've said that twice already, but now that I've actually gone through the figure and posed it around and messed with it, I can say that for sure, man. This one is just the better figure. I think this is also the more iconic look for Yusuke, unless you're just thinking about the first arc where he's first introduced to the series. But overall, man, it's a solid figure. Just go pick it up if you like Yu Yu Hakusho. This is the one to grab if you're considering grabbing the other. Now, obviously, you're not going to get the more serious battle expressions, but I still think this is the outfit that most people just like more, and Dasin model knows that, but I think that's also why they didn't include the serious faces with this one, because they knew it was going to give people the initiative to go back and buy the first release. Like, it's a sales tactic, it's what they do, and to be honest, it's genius. You dang near can't have one without having the other. But overall, that's my review. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That always helps me out. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Make sure to hit that bell icon to be notified whenever I upload new content. And last but not least, follow me on everything you see listed in the description below to keep up with my activity outside of YouTube. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe wherever you are, and bye.